Hello and welcome to the Next Gen Racing YouTube channel. Now, this is going to be our feature video where Jack's going to be visiting Menuisier's yard, and Jack will talk through that in a second. But before we get into anything, we're going to just address the sad passing of Lorna Brooke, who died on Sunday the 18th of April after a really heavy fall at Taunton. Lorna, she was described as a real competitor and someone who had a love not just for the sport but also for the horses themselves. So Jack and I just want to say we wish the best to all of her families, friends and colleagues during this difficult time. So like I said, Jack has managed to visit David Menuisier's yard. It's going to be an excellent feature video. Jack's going to talk through that in a second. But we're going to be back with you guys on Thursday as well for our weekend preview, where we're going to be looking at the finale card at Sandown, a bit of jumps action to get stuck into before our Punchdown Festival preview, which will come to you early next week. But Jack, you managed to get down to Menuisier's yard early last year. How was it?
Yeah, it was brilliant. I mean, a big thanks to David, Kim and the team. They were all amazing. And I hope that it gives you a little glimpse into the main man and the team, the work they do down there. I mean, they're a great team. I don't think they get enough credit. They're going to have a massive season for sure. You look at the likes of Wonderful tonight. Hopefully by the time this is out, they've had a great day at Epsom. I mean, it's just a brilliant team they have down there. And hopefully this will give you a good idea into what they do there. So without further ado, let's take it away.
Inside the final half furlong now, Slooner Front by a nose, Bengel and neck, and Slooner Front is doing its best work when required to win. Slooner Front beats Ronald.
Here, Barocco the inside with Thundering Blue, who's lashing home on the outside. They race up towards the line. Thundering Blue tightens.
Hello and welcome to West Sussex. I'm lucky enough to be at the home of Group 1 winning trader David Menuisier, and I'll be giving you an insight into the main man himself. I'm Jack Dorling, and this is Train to Success. David moved here to Cumberland's Racing Stables back in 2014 after being the last assistant trainer to John Dunlop, but it hasn't all been plain sailing since then.
But we literally started with nothing. We had 4 horses, no owners, only our savings to get us going. And there was some kind of pressure because, I mean, we were running out of money by that time, and it was a bad time that we got going, you know. But we only had one paying horse in the yard, which belonged to Gale Brown Racing, that we bought at the breeds ups. But there was one paying horse, and that's it. All the others we were leasing or owning, and yeah, it wasn't easy.
Then, after just 5 months of a training licence, that all-important moment happened as David landed his first winner.
It was Lunobrat at Newcastle. I mean, he had run really well at Newbury 2 or 3 weeks before that. And I thought it was the right race for him. And so when it happened, it was just, wow. It was just fantastic. And it was a really small race. I mean, the horse he was rated, whatever it was, 53 or so. It was a class 6, but it felt like winning a Group 1, you know. When I won first Group 1 last year, I probably felt the same.
Really? Oh.
Yeah, because it was wow, that's it. If we got back from, I mean, the race was quite late as well. It was like 5:30 or something. So we got back here, it was between 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning. But we didn't care. We were not even tired. It was, and the very next day, got the phone call from Clive, Clive Washburn.
Yeah.
And he said, "Look, I was just waiting for you to prove you could train the winner. You just did. So I'm gonna back you. I'd like you to buy me some horses."
Unbelievable.
And it was the start of the.
From there.
Yeah. It was great because it was a punt, you know, when to line up a handicapper in a group 2 and win it. But I was confident. I was so confident he would win. I don't know. Sometimes you feel like the filly on Sunday. Despite the hype about Valia and what have you, I said to Tony, I said to the jockey, I said, you know, you're gonna win. Just believe in your chance, you know. You're gonna win. On that ground, you're gonna beat Valia, I'm pretty sure of it. And he rode her with bags of confidence, but it was the same in the York Stakes. You know. I entered in the race because I was so angry to have been beaten in the John Smiths. He should have won. I mean, if I was to run this race 50 times, I'd win it. He was so far back and there was no pace and whatever. He should have won the race. And he just had too much ground to make up. And I was fed up, and I always said to Clive, I say he'll be better in Patton Company because, stupidly enough, the fields will be smaller, so he will have less horses to beat. And well, he completely vindicated what we thought, you know.
3 lengths, Poet's Word in the clear, but he's not going to get to Roaring Lion, and the Lion really roars today and wins the Jumble International for Kentucky.
To supplement a horse against 7 Group 1 winners when he's only just won a Group 2 and for 75,000, I mean, yeah, you had to be either confident or stupid, really, or both, maybe. But that was someday. We only keep on running him because he wants to, because he loves it. He loves the game. He absolutely adores it.
And whilst David is flying through the milestones, there's certainly many great memories still to be had.
Wonderful Tonight still has the lead, and it's Wonderful Tonight goes on by a couple now to Valia in second. Wonderful Tonight makes all.
Rocco near side with Thundering Blue, who's lashing home on the outside. They race up towards the line. Thundering Blue tightens.
Chief Eye inside the outside. Cliff's Edge just in front. Chief Eye inside coming with best of days to hit by that. Chief Eye inside, baby. Chief Eye inside from Cliff's Edge.
You know, you can pretty much achieve anything. You really can. You should never be scared of the opposition, you know. If you feel they're well, I never look at the form too deeply and what have you, because if you do, you get scared, you know, you get cold-footed, and then you don't take chances when you should probably do, you know. And that's why I never, when the horses are well, I run them. I don't look at the opposition too much. If they get beat by better, which is fair. It's a sport, you know. So that's fine. I've never moaned because I got beaten by better. So yeah, it's a sport.